I originally wasn't going to make this guide or whatever, but since the last ones that have come out, a lot has changed, so let's get into it. Welcome to the ultimate guide for Borealis in 2024. I'm going to go over everything that you need to know before starting this yourself, ranging from weapon leveling, best contracts to farm, all locations of bosses, etc. And there'll be timestamps so you can click or click to a part you're looking for specifically. Let's go! Disclaimer: if your guns are already maxed before doing this grind, you don't need to watch the next part. So the way this camo system works is, with each weapon, each camo is locked behind certain level. Once you reach that level and eventually max the gun, you can start playing to unlock the camos until you can eventually go for the golden Enigma camo. Then once you get the camo, to unlock the Zircon scale camo, you need to go back and do the weapons individually to unlock the camo. Then for the Serpentinite camo, final camo, to unlock Borealis, you need to unlock the Serpentinite camo individually on all weapons. What weapons you have to use to progress through the camos? The weapons you unlock Borealis on are only MW3 weapons. The MW2 weapons don't count towards the grind and have their own grind in specific. As of recording this, Season 3 Reloaded comes out in a few days, so depending on when you're watching this, you can skip some guns like the knives or the grenade launcher, as there's DLC guns out, so those options are there if you don't feel like using those weapons. Before you proper grind, make sure you do Act 1 of the zombie storyline to give you access to your second insured slot, so you can have 2 custom weapons on you when you infill. Will speed up the process massively. Now let's get into what you need to bring in with you, your weapons. If you're just starting out, take a contraband weapon as backup, decoy grenade as your tactical, as this will help heaps for sticky situations and the camo grind itself. I prefer Molotovs as my lethals to weaken the zombies, but you can take a throwing knife for the annoying dogs if you like, or preference. Now let me say this before you start your game. You can now track your challenges to view in-game to keep on top of it. See if you can while the camo is not unlocked, and you'll have an easier way to find out how close you are. Super helpful and handy. Let's get into the leveling or XP farming. First, just remember, as you load into the map, only a certain number of contracts spawn in at the start. If the contracts mentioned in the next sentence aren't there at the start, wait a couple minutes for more to come in and you should be good. The more efficient way now to farm XP since the launch of zombies is either an Escort Contract or an Outlast Contract. However, Escorts only last until the tank gets to its location. Once you activate an Escort Contract, a tank will be deployed by air. You then have to run up to it and activate it by a button. It will start and enemies will start spawning due to the noise and the contract itself. The tank will stop if you are at a certain distance away from it too, so keep that in mind. You can either run along with the tank and take out the enemies along the way, or get on top of the tank and take them out there. Once the tank gets to its first stop, it will stop, do what it needs to do, and a wave of zombies will spawn. Fight them off until the tank is done, and then repeat the same process until the tank gets to its final destination. Once it's at its final stop, a final wave will spawn. Fight them off until the tank prepares to launch a missile, and then you're done once the tank explodes. It just has a limited time. Now for a more efficient method, the Outlast Contract. Once you activate the contract, it will tell you to activate a device in a certain area. Once you get there and you activate it, you don't need to wait until a certain percentage. You exit the area straight away to find out where zombies are spawning and start farming from there. Just be aware that the XP is capped after a while and the contract doesn't stop or expire until you complete it or die to the storm if you're there too long. Now let's get to the good stuff. The base camo. You will most likely unlock at least 1 or 2 as you're leveling your gun in game. The first one is, and this is for all guns, 250 kills. This will be the freest challenge you'll ever complete in zombies. You will most likely unlock this as you're leveling your gun, so this camo is as stress-free as it's going to get. Now for the last 3 base camos, these are random for all weapons. There'll be 1 of 24 other possibilities it could be that are on the screen right now. Let's start with Tac Stance Kills. This is pretty self-explanatory. When you ADS your gun, press the button you have binded to Tac Stance to activate it. I believe the default is left on the D-pad on controller. Not sure what keyboard is, but from there, it's relatively easy. Most of these camos will just require you to kill in different ways. There will be camos that do require you to do some actions though. I'll get into that when it gets to it. Kills with full attachments. What the full attachments mean is the max amount of attachments you can put on your gun in the gunsmith. So 5. If it says 5 out of 5 with the attachments equipped, then you have full attachments. Note, conversion kits don't count as attachments, so be aware of that when trying to equip it. You'll have the full attachment, but the kills won't count. Kills with 4 perks active. If you have perk color schematics that are enough to do this challenge, then you can activate them and get it done right away. Otherwise, just hope that you have perk cams in your stash or raid some ether nests, strongholds, merc camps, and merc strongholds. You can even find some in random loot boxes around the map. Once you have full active, your kills from then will count towards the challenge. Kills with rare or higher. This means ether tool rarity. If you have a blue ether tool, this is the minimum rarity you can do this challenge in. You can get blue ether tools from harvester orbs in tier 1, you're just going to get lucky. Otherwise, they're more guaranteed in tier 2 and above. Another way to get ether tools is strongholds and loot boxes around the map. Critical kills. These are zombie headshots. If you aim and shoot at a zombie's head and kill it, it will count as a critical kill. Hipfire kills. These are kills from the hip with no ADS. So for this, if you feel like you're going to struggle, it's best to build the gun you need the challenge for hipfire. This could be a laser build for hipfire accuracy, grip, barrel, etc. Point blank kills. These are kills that are up close and personal. The radius between you and a zombie for a point blank kill to count is pretty small. So the way I did it was, I ran up to a zombie, and before they had any time to react, killed them and repeated that process until the challenge was done. Pack-a-punch kills. These are kills with your weapon that has been pack-a-punched. Pack-a-punch is a machine on the map that upgrades your weapon, making it do more damage and alters the gunfire sound. It looks like this icon on the map. Kills in a single match. The challenge means what it says it means, really. Just get kills, pack-a-punch or not. You don't have to successfully exfil for it to count either. Field upgrade kills. This is one I struggled on myself, but the way I did it was, as soon as you use your field upgrade and you're able to use your gun again, start shooting. Kill is affected by a tactical. The best way to do this one is decoy grenades, as once you throw it and it goes off, it attracts all the zombies in the area. So you could get a train of zombies going, throw a decoy, and have them distracted while you rinse them all. And if you need to replenish, find an ammo cache, or if you want to do 2 birds 1 stone, do your training near an ammo cache so you don't have to travel far. Deadwire kills. Just apply the ammo mod to your weapon and you're good. If you need it, try raiding some strongholds or nests. Sprayer freeze kills, same as Deadwire. Napalm burst kills, same as Deadwire. Brain rot kills, same as Deadwire. Kills without releasing the trigger. Pray and pray, really. If you feel like zombies are taking longer than you think to die for the challenge and you have a big mag, try pack-a-punching. 10 kills in 5 seconds. Make sure you're counting the zombies up before shooting. The best way to tell you've done it is when the medal comes up for rapidly killing the zombies. Otherwise, referring to the camo tracking if you've set tracking for that camo. 20 kills at once without getting hits. This can be spaced out, but you do need to make sure you don't get hit once while trying to get the 20. I'm unsure if this stacks after you get the first 20, but just be aware of your surroundings so you're not getting stuck up on. 3 kills in a single shot. Try and adjust your positioning to line up 3 zombies in your line of sight and shoot once you're ready. You won't get more than 2 zombie kill XP for it, but you'll know you got it with the XP. It's 20 XP per kill, so 3 at once will be 60. Keep that in mind. Hellhound Kills. The best way to farm Hellhounds is Escort Contract or Outlast, and they are easy to kill, so don't worry about having to put a mag into them. Mercenary Kills. There will be mercenary camps and strongholds all over the map. Convoys as well. You can either buy a stronghold kickoff from the buy station and make your way over and do the whole sequence there, or head to a camp and take everyone out there and find the keycard and the loot box there. This will probably have to be repeated a few times to get it done though. Disciple Kills. Disciples only spawn in tier 2 and above. You can find them floating around in tier 2, or a more guaranteed way to find them is Escort Contracts in tier 2 or an Outlast Contract. Getting it up to 54% and leaving and waiting for one to spawn. You can also find them at a tier 2 exfil. Limit Kills. These guys can be found in any tier zone. In tier 1, you can find them in bounty contracts if you're lucky, or ether strongholds, although they don't spawn every time, but it is 1 per stronghold at least if you're lucky. For tier 2, they roam around, can be found in bounty contracts, and 2 of them will be at most, if not all, ether strongholds. As for tier 3, I don't have much info on that as I haven't been in tier 3 myself. Mangler Kills. These guys can be found in any tier zone. In tier 1, you can find them in bounty contracts if you're lucky, escorts, and exfil. Tier 2 in bounties, escorts, or Outlast contracts. Tier 2 exfil as well. And that is all of the base camo challenges and how to complete them. Now onto the mastery camos. First, Golden Enigma. For this, you need 100 kills and successfully exfil. If you're in a game and finish the base camos for the gun, you more than likely have 100 plus kills. You do not need to get another 100 kills for it. It counts towards the camo already, so just exfil and you should be good. Otherwise, load into another game, farm 100 and exfil. Now for Zircon scale, 300 pack-a-punch kills. At the time of recording this, containment levels are a thing. If you get to a certain level, you unlock a reward that lets you load in with 5k essence, which is how much you need for Pack-a-Punch. Your points go up after each contract. The higher the tier, the more points you get. So as you load in, Pack-a-Punch and go crazy and you should be good. And last but not least, Serpentinite. Hand, special, or elite zombie kills. There's a couple methods you can do for this. One of them is the exfil method, but to keep your containment level while doing it if you want a Pack-a-Punch, is doing a contract at the start of each match and then farming exfil. Just keep in mind the amount of manglers that spawn is dependent on the match time. The other method is farming till you get enough to double Pack-a-Punch, starting an Outlast contract, getting it to at least 54%, leaving and waiting for manglers or disciples to spawn and rinse and repeat. It's up to you how you want to do it. I personally think the Outlast method takes a bit longer to set up, and you could save lost time with a couple manglers at exfil, but it's up to you. Anyway, that's the Borealis guide. Hope this helps you in any way. I tried to make this as helpful as possible and answer some questions people would have. Let me know what I could improve on if you felt like I lacked on something. But anyway, that is the Borealis guide. Good luck on your grind. Like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.